Quick gut check before we start. When's the last time you put on an outfit, looked in the mirror, and felt like something was just off, even though the outfit itself was fine? That's not your imagination. That's color working against you instead of for you. There are 8 specific colors that do the opposite, built for skin exactly like yours, and 3 mistakes that will cancel out even the perfect color if you don't catch them. Number 2 on that mistake list is the one almost every woman is doing right now without realizing it. Let's get into it. Emerald green. Picture this: 4 hours of sleep, no time for your usual routine, and you still have to walk into a room and look like yourself. This is the color for that exact morning. Here's why it works, not just that it does. Every skin tone carries warmth from red pigment underneath it, and green sits directly across from red on the color wheel, the same trick a photographer uses to correct skin tone in a portrait. Bring green up near your face, and instead of amplifying redness or unevenness, it cancels it out. That's not styling. That's physics doing your concealer's job for you. But there's a right emerald and a wrong one. Too dark and it flattens against deep skin instead of lifting it. Too bright, closer to lime, and it stops looking rich and starts looking like a costume. You want it with real depth, peacock feather, not traffic light. A blouse, a wrap top, even one earring near your jawline, because the color needs proximity to your face, not coverage of your whole body. Now, the next color does almost the opposite job. It doesn't whisper, it announces. Royal blue. Ever notice how some women walk into a room and you clock them before you even register what they're wearing? That's contrast doing its job. Royal blue creates real separation against deep skin without ever turning harsh, and that separation lifts your features instead of letting them blur into the background. Navy tries to do this and fails, heavy, a little tired on mature skin. Royal blue stays fresh because it's saturated, not muddy. Wear it at your collarbone and watch your own eyes read brighter in the mirror, almost immediately. Here's the trap. In cheap, stiff fabric, this exact color turns plasticky instead of rich. When that happens, the color isn't the problem, the fabric is. Spend your money there, not on the cut. Next up is a color most women skip completely, which is exactly why it works so well on the rare woman who actually wears it. Rust, or burnt terracotta. Nobody's wearing this. That's the whole appeal. It reads as intentional the instant someone sees it, because it's rare. Unlike a cool coral or pink, rust sits inside your own undertone instead of fighting it. It deepens the glow that's already there, like sunset light landing on skin. Wear it in something that actually moves, silk, a fine knit, and it works with your body instead of sitting stiff on top of it. The one mistake that ruins this color specifically, a stiff orange-leaning rust instead of one with brown underneath it. That brown undertone is the entire difference between sophisticated and Halloween. Speaking of colors nobody expects, honey gold. You've probably avoided yellow your whole adult life. Most women have, and most women are wrong, too. Yellow reflects more light than almost any other color that exists, and when it's warm, honey instead of lemon, that light bounces straight up into your face instead of away from it. Light bouncing up reads as glow. Light bouncing away reads as flat and tired. That's the entire mechanism. Pair it with a neutral bottom and you've built an outfit that looks put together without looking like you tried. Where it goes wrong, too pale, a butter yellow, which washes deep skin out instead of warming it up. You want gold with weight to it. Think spice, not pastel. Quick pause because I don't want you to lose this list halfway through. Subscribe to Melanin Care now so the rest of this series actually finds you later. Deep plum or aubergine. You know that moment in front of the mirror where black feels like the safe choice, the one you reach for when you don't want to think too hard? Plum gives you that same ease, minus the way black quietly drains warmth out of your face. Dark enough to read as elegant, rich enough to still bring life to your skin. Black can't give you both at once. An evening blouse in plum, a casual sweater in the same tone. Either way, it reads as intentional instead of just safe. One thing to avoid, a plum so dark it might as well be black. You want enough red or blue still visible in it that it reads as a color, not a shadow. Chocolate brown. I need you to unlearn something. Brown is not a background color. It's not just for shoes and bags and things nobody's supposed to notice. On deep skin, a rich chocolate brown does something almost no other neutral can. It doesn't compete with your undertone, it matches it, so the whole look reads as one unified thing instead of separate pieces fighting each other. A brown blazer over a lighter top, a full brown dress. Either reads as expensive, specifically because nothing in the outfit is working against your own skin. The trap, a flat grayish brown with zero warmth in it, which just looks tired instead of rich. Look for brown with red or orange underneath it, not gray. Teal. Turquoise's more grown-up cousin, bright enough to pull the eye straight to your face with enough blue-green depth that it never tips into looking like a costume the way pure turquoise sometimes can. It makes your smile more noticeable purely because of the contrast sitting right next to it. A statement necklace, a blouse, either does a lot of work for very little effort on your part. Watch the finish, though. Shiny synthetic teal looks cheap almost instantly, while that exact same color in a matte cotton or knit reads as expensive and intentional. And the last one? Brick red. Red near the face reads as bold no matter what your skin tone, but brick red specifically, red with brown folded into it, reads as bold and grounded instead of bold and loud. It's the difference between a color screaming, "Look at me," and one quietly stating, "I know exactly who I am." It works for almost any occasion because that brown undertone keeps it from ever feeling like a costume, even in something as plain as a t-shirt. The one to avoid, true fire engine red, which reads younger and less intentional on mature skin than brick red ever will. So, emerald, royal blue, rust, honey gold, plum, chocolate brown, teal, brick red. 8 colors. But which ones you own matters less than how you actually wear them, and this is exactly where most women lose the effect they were going for. Mistake 1. Your best color worn on the bottom instead of near your face. Eyes go to the face first, always. That's where the color has to be doing its work, not on a pair of pants nobody's looking at first. Mistake 2, the one I promised you, the sneaky one almost nobody catches themselves doing, wearing the exact right top color, then burying it. A busy pattern, a competing bold lip, a dozen accessories all shouting at once. Picture a perfect emerald blouse under a leopard print scarf and a bright red lip. That emerald never had a chance to do its job. The color needs room to be seen, just one thing speaking at a time. Mistake 3, head to toe in a single bold color. It stops reading as elegant and starts reading as costume the second there's no neutral anywhere to rest the eye. One bold piece, anchored by something quiet, black, cream, tan, is what makes it look put together instead of loud. None of this is about looking younger. It never was. It's about understanding what actually works with the skin you have right now, today, and wearing it like you already know that. That's the entire difference between dressing safe and dressing like you mean it. Tell me in the comments which of these 8 surprised you the most, and if you want the next one in this series, how to build a full week of outfits out of just 3 of these colors, subscribe to Melanin Care so it actually reaches you.